What do we have here? Overwatch. Overwatch. A game I don't get to play too much no more. Not by choice, by court order. Seems my continued participation was deemed unhealthy for the play environment in a very literal way. See, some people tell me I draw good. I'm not too bad, especially when a paycheck is involved. But put me at the controls of an online shooter, and a cloud of death descends upon hapless players like tourists taking snapshots of the Chernobyl power plant. It's as if Galactus himself touched down on the beaches of Ilios and began unleashing the power cosmic itself to consume planet Earth and every life form on it, only to be gunned down instantly by me. In Overwatch, there are players who think they're good, players who are actually good, and players who are true masters of the game. That last group was easily identified by their ability to occasionally get off a shot before I deleted them from the map. This resulted in a wave of player despair that in some cases manifested actual real-life gunshot wounds. It kind of gave us stigmata that scientists are still unclear. Ah!
You needed killing.
There we go. Sometimes a hail of bullets is just what you need to eliminate questionable shtick. This, my true form, is so much better.
Is it though?
Greetings all, my name is Kontrol. I'm a professional artist, a huge fan of old classic comics, and a McCREE main in Overwatch. Or at least I was, before Blizzard decided to make it a pain in the neck to pick a DPS hero. Now I mostly pick PAG. Play another game. I mean, it's still fun to tank with Diva or go support with Bridget, but I don't like my options restricted, especially when, from my point of view, the game was just fine before all the tedious micromanaging of team composition. But even though Overwatch is almost 4 years old, and I don't jump in nearly as often, the core gameplay is still terrific, and Blizzard's character design is peerless. Although, Moira is a bit odd. So no one should be surprised to see Overwatch return to my drawing board. Besides, as a new tuber, I have to respect the demands of my small but growing audience, and the incoming comments speak for themselves. Let's see. Sweaty Sack 2007 says, "Hey Kontrol, Overwatch has over 30 heroes, bruh. Are you really gonna let one OP healer like Bridget represent the game on this channel?" Okay. Carl Cornhusker 119 says, "Kontrol, bruh, I got a fever and the only prescription is more Overwatch pinups." Okay. Mellow 666 says, "Kontrol, why are you creating made-up comments from fake people in Photoshop?" Okay, all good questions that are being addressed directly in the video you're watching right now. Watching right until the end, until the subscribe screen appears, at which point you will hit the subscribe button with every ounce of your strength. What were we talking about?
I don't remember.
Quit lollygagging. Get on the point.
Right, Overwatch. Now, the plan is to draw every single hero in the Overwatch lineup in each of their individual skins to appear in separate YouTube uploads. But now that I've actually said that out loud, it occurs to me I might as well be planning to buy a 70-foot motor yacht next Thursday. So I'm scaling back my draw every single hero idea to a more feasible upload this completed McCREE pinup, then take a nap. Look, I need my sleep, alright? The good news is, even if I never return to this property, at least I managed to draw Jesse McCREE, my personal favorite character. Before I get into why I like him, let's take a look at the man's bio from OverwatchFandom.com. Okay, let's read. Armed with his Peacekeeper revolver, the outlaw Jesse McCREE doles out justice on his own terms. McCREE had already made a name for himself as a member of the notorious Deadlock Gang, which trafficked in illicit weapons and military hardware throughout the American Southwest. When he and his associates were busted in an Overwatch sting operation, with his expert marksmanship and resourcefulness, he was given the choice between rotting in a maximum security lockup and joining Blackwatch, Overwatch's covert ops division. He chose the latter. Although he was initially cynical, he came to believe that he could make amends for his past sins by righting the injustices of the world. McCREE appreciated the flexibility afforded to the clandestine Blackwatch, unhindered by bureaucracy and red tape. But as Overwatch's influence waned, rogue elements within Blackwatch sought to bring down the organization and turn it to their own ends. Wanting no part of the infighting, McCREE set off alone and went underground. He resurfaced several years later as a gunslinger for hire, but while McCREE's talents are sought after by parties great and small, he fights only for the causes he believes are just. So there you have it. McCREE is a board-certified good guy who is kind to the elderly. He breaks to avoid running over squirrels. This actually came as a surprise to me early on, since McCREE visually strikes me as an obvious outlaw. Initially confused by his abilities, it quickly became clear what McCREE's appeal in the combat arena is. He can put down enemies extremely fast. His ability to stun and then instantly unleash every round in his weapon is just cash. Non-tank characters have to be extremely careful when they get near him. Genji imbeciles immediately activate their attack reversal gimmick on sight. Dummies. McCree's gun is also ridiculously accurate. Unlike Destiny Guardians, McCree's shots are consistent, predictable, and do enormous damage at medium distance. There's also an extremely satisfying visual and aural feedback when you land the headshots. It just feels right. Gamers, you understand what I'm talking about, right? In fact, thinking about it so much right now makes me want to jump into some Overwatch.
But Kontrol, remember what a pain it is to select a DPS hero these days?
Oh, right. Never mind. About this drawing, McCREE is wearing a skin from Launch Day Overwatch, and my personal favorite, the Mystery Man, which appears to be a nod to characters like the Spirit or the Shadow, who respectively appeared in
The Mystery Man's skin conceals McCree's face, and shouldn't his hair be really
Never much liked you.
Thank you, Jesse. Okay, look. I like the Mystery Man's skin, except for the scarf and haircut. They look okay, but detract from McCree's McCree-ness. So I took a few liberties. My art pad, my rules. See, kids, this is why learning to draw is mandatory, if you want to have it your way. I think that's about it then. Thank you so much for sticking with this until the end. Remember to hit the like button on your way out, assuming you neglected to do it on the way in. Subscribe to the channel for more pencil pinups and dubious gaming commentary. Up next, I am honor-bound to deliver on a promise to distinguished commenter Noah Christensen. It's already overdue, so I have top men working on it right now.